All right, y'all. Good morning. How you been? How you doing? Let me tell you something. It's been a while since I spoke to y'all. And y'all that's new, what's good? I'm Leela. And I've been trying to keep quiet about what's going on. And I'm gonna continue to keep quiet until next month. But anyway, so I found this poem on Facebook and I wanted to share it with you guys because it hit home. If you knew, then a few years ago, I had a social worker knock on my door. And this poem ain't exactly what happened, but it's close. And I just wanted to share it with you all. I don't know the author. I did not write this. But if I put my heart into it, I probably could have wrote something like this because, I mean, it's a constant battle in my head of what happened along those months. Um, and just, this is the hereafter. This is just me trying to accept the things that I cannot change and move forward with my life. And I wish I could go back to 2016 and the years before that. But that's not how the world revolves. And you just got to move on. And y'all ever hear about holding on sometimes is more harmful for you? Well, that was the truth. I was in a negative state of mind and I wanted things to be how they were. That's just not reality. It's sad, but it's whatever. Let's dive into this poem. I did write it in Xavier's book. I try to keep, you know, my thoughts and stuff for my kids. I got them all, a book I write in. So when I feel some type of way about a particular child or whatever, I just grab their book and I write. And I decided to write this poem inside of Xavier's book. And I feel like he needs to see it, Y'all probably like, why not your other kids? I'll probably write it in a few others as well. Probably not all 7 because this is a long ass fucking poem. But yeah, let me just shut the fuck up and read what I wrote. And look, my writing is sloppy, as you can see. Let me show you. So if I go over something again, bear with me. All right. I wasn't the strongest reader. And I mean, we can blame foster care for that because I mean, I was a product of my environment. It's fucked up, right? But no, that's not true. But no, that is true. I mean, I did grow up in foster care. Why didn't I get an education? Why didn't they care enough to make sure that I succeeded in life? Not just, oh, this ain't about me. It's about the kids and about the social worker. That's another topic for another day. See, I can talk about 50 other fucking things while I'm just trying to have one conversation. Why? Because my mind is constantly triggering new thoughts and ideas of things that happened in my life. And this is the end result. Anyway, it's 5:00 in the morning, by the way. Good morning. All right. That's what I found on Facebook. I don't know the author, so it's unknown. It says, I'm a social worker. I'm really very nice. I help loving mothers and I give them great advice. Your partner has to depart. Your income is too low. I'm really very sorry, but all your children will have to go. I feel like Dr. Seuss. Poem gets deep. Um, is your partner abusive? Does he beat you black and blue? We'll be there to help you, and we'll take all your children too. You have a problem learning? You're really not that clever. We'll soon get your kids adopted. When can you see them? Never. Your son is hyperactive. He'll soon need a brief respite. We'll soon be there to take all your children. Just give up the hopeless fight. Your children was taken into care so many years ago. If you have a baby now, that new baby will have to go. Foster parents love your children, for each one brings in only a little tidy sum of $400 a week. Children's homes are ran by us, where pedophiles abuse them. Our children, where pedophiles abuse them and then cover it up. The gutter press come around. They say adoptions work best. Fathers shout and mothers cry. Their children are gone for good. What happened in our special courts, the experts will say. The parents are a danger to their own kids. They'll soon take them away. Children may be healthy and happy and well fed, but one day they might hurt them. Then that's what our experts will say. Sorry. The judge will side with us. They always know that we're right. They'll always agree with us. They dare not risk another course. You have no chance, you see. Our special courts are secret, so dare don't breathe a word what goes on in our court room doors. No matter how absurd, we'll get your kids adopted, and don't dare complain or you end up in prison. And I won't say it again. We have adoption targets we must meet, you see. So spare a thought for me. It tears me up, man. I'm sorry I got tongue-tied. I'm not the best of reader, even in my own hand. But anyway, this poem just hits home, yo. I'm a social worker, right? I'm really very nice. I come and help loving mothers, and I give them such great advice. It's terrible. It's terrible because it's their job, you see. And it took a long time for me to realize that. You know, there's people that are mothers and they are mothers, but this is just their job. Their job is to take children because they have adoptions, you see. Like, they have to meet quo, like police officers, they have to give out a certain amount of tickets. Same with social services. Somebody's head had to roll. It had to be mine. And it's like, I'm still fighting, dude. I'm still fighting. It's January 20th, 2020. I'm still here fighting for my kids. Because the mother in me will never give up on them. Never. I don't understand how people can live life without their children. I don't get it. I don't understand it. You can't begin to make, you can't make me understand it. You know? And it would be nice if the government was really there to help the people. But they're not here to help the people. You know, we're so, I guess, far behind on owing other countries. We're not here for our own people. We're here to tear down and destroy and help other countries. when we're not helping us. And it's crazy because when you think about them individually, when you put a name on a social worker and you give that person a soul, it's hard, because they're people, and me being a Christian, and I like to believe that if my sins will be forgiven, then the next soul shall be forgiven as well. That's why you got to pray for your enemy, because you don't know their heart, and you don't know the plan that God has for them after this life. This life is so temporary. So temporary. Most of my loved ones haven't even made it to 30. So to be 32, to outlive my brother and my mother is a blessing, But to feel the pain of this world is heartbreaking. It's terrible. But the new opportunities we have in this life is a blessing. Take me back a year and a half ago. I would have never thought that I would have spent Christmas with my 3 older boys. Now it's January, and in 7 days, next Monday, I get to have another dinner with my sons, with their foster parents. And I didn't think that this would happen for years to come, Like, you have it in your head that this is it, that there's no other way. But that's just the negativity drawing in. Anything can happen with God. Anything can happen with God. I've been praying for the other lady, and because I haven't seen my babies in over 2 years. And that really hurts, because I don't think my baby knows who his mother is. And that tears me up. Something fucking bad. It tears me up. And he's a Gemini, and they already have a split personality, and I just want to be with my kids, and I just want to tell my kids that I love them. When I had my children, I always wanted more. I was working and trying to go to school so I could make a better life for us, because I wanted more. And I had everything. I had a place. My children, we're all in good health. That's all we needed at the time. Of course, everybody want to level up and have accomplishments in this life and whatever, And I just think back, like, I would do anything to go back and change a shitty diaper. The nasty shit, right? The shit we ate. I would do anything. And it's so sad because I miss them, and they're not even babies anymore. Potty trained, I'm sure, and speaking in full sentences, I had this tape of Valentino, and it was beautiful. We were at a visitation, and he was like, "The wheels of the bus go round and round," and I just kept replaying it and replaying it and replaying it to where I could hear it in my head. I could hear it now. You never know what you got until it's gone. You never know what you have in a brother until he's dead. You never know what you listen in a friend until they're gone. We rush this life. We don't enjoy it. We don't. We're looking for the next better thing, the next best person to make us feel good about who we are instead of becoming a better version of ourselves. You know, I don't know. I got a lot of thoughts. I think a lot. I pray a lot. I cuss a lot. I sin a lot. I sin a lot, so I gotta pray a lot. Oh, what it would be like to be a perfect person. But I'm far from her. But I'm not a bad person. I'm not a bad person. I didn't want to cry today. Y'all bring it out in me. Who am I playing? I cry every day. That's just how God made me. He made me the perfect Sagittarius to show exactly how I feel when I feel it. I don't know. I make these YouTube videos. I started doing it, for my kids. Now I'm doing it to show y'all what life is like for me. I'm sure there's plenty of brothers and sisters out there that have their brother locked up or shot by the police, or if your mother ever OD'd, or father committed suicide, or if the state comes in and takes your 7 beautiful sons. I know how it feels too. And it's devastating. Life could have turned so many ways. I could have started doing drugs. I did drink for a period of time. I never become an alcoholic. I could have killed myself. Could have hurt somebody else. But I prayed. I was weak. Oh, I was weak. And I thank God. I thank God for everything. Opened my eyes. Opened my eyes to so many things. I pray that my kids know that I love them. And that after all, we're only parents. Hear that? pair, meaning two, and rents, parents, right? They're only renting the pair of us because we're children in the kingdom of God, in the kingdom of heaven. It says honor your parents here, right? And you can take it like this. Parents meaning two, could be meaning two sets, you know? I don't know. Everything happens for a reason. You see how my mind works? See how I go? Two sets of parents, foster parents, fostering. You know what? I love my foster mom. I really do. Anybody who knows me knows I love her. And I miss her. February 5th will be 1 year since she's passed away. But when social services gave me the report on what like she said about me and things like that, that broke my heart. It broke my heart. You think you know somebody until you're not in their face, you know? I just feel like me being a product of the foster care system. I feel like they could have advised me better. They could have talked to me better. You know, thinking back at life, like, yeah, I was rebellious. I was living in a fucking home with 8 other girls. Like, they didn't give a fuck about us individually. We was just a number. And being 14 when I moved in there, I was 14. I'm Mikkel's age. And thinking back at it, would I let my son go spend the night out? Would I let my son go catch the bus? Would I let my son do half the shit that I was doing? Would I tell my son, you ain't gotta go to school, but you gotta get up out of here? No, I would be driving him to fucking school. Not only that, I would get truancy charges and some more shit. You know what I mean? Just like thinking back on life, and they want to, in the media and everybody want to think that foster care is the best opportunity for your child. How, motherfucker? You need to be at home unless there is nothing physically wrong with me. There is nothing physically wrong with Juan. You know, for us not to have our children is beyond me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand this. Like, no one can begin to sit down and tell me this is why you don't have your children, because I don't fucking get it. I don't get it. You want to know why I don't get it? Because my mother, schizophrenic, she raised all three of us. And guess what? Well, she didn't raise all three of us. She passed away. But she helped raise John. And she had Bryant for 2 years. And I was a baby. No social worker came in during that time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get it. There's people with mental health that have kids all the time. If mental health was such a big problem, if schizophrenia and stuff like that, they'd be taking the babies from the hospital. They would have took them from the hospital. As soon as I would have gave birth to my twins, there would have been a social worker there, because Juan's been diagnosed with this since he was 18. So this isn't a new thing. And Juan has other children. Juan has 2 grown fucking kids. So they didn't, I just don't get it. But we're not here about the past. We're here about growth and moving on into the future, and how social workers come knocking on your door. Like, one of the social workers was all like, Leela, come give me a hug. Like, I'm going to help you. I'm so nice. Gave her a hug. I gave her a hug. Just like I'm a fucking idiot. I mean, but I guess you gotta forgive. But this was before she took my kids. Like, you know, I don't know. Just like the cop and the judge on the fucking that white cop that shot that black dude that came in to the home and shot the guy. Like their family was all like, "Oh, we forgive you, but we're gonna hug you." And then they complained later on to social media about how the sentence was only 10 years. And she's gonna be out in 5. So she's gonna be out in 5 and she killed somebody, and I'm fighting desperately to see my kids. That's just life. That's how it works, right? I'm out here.